When using skill increases the target's crit. Damn! 3 damn! That's his talent?
Use your skill on them, you actually get a skill point back.
What? So if you ult a teammate and you repeatedly keep on using your skill on this teammate, you actually get skill points back.
Absolutely gorgeous animation.
He's a battery?
Lightning Lord Lenny is going to attack.
Wow, it went from 18k to 43k. Yo, what is up, YouTube people? Today we have with us a very interesting video. Sunday is insane. Sunday early access first impressions, free to play showcase and review by Braxophone. So we are going to watch Brax make a video on Sunday because they won't let me in the creator server because they called me a retard and they're like, Box, why would we ever give you access to a server where you can't even do anything with it because you have a brain cell of a fucking paper towel? Anyways, thank you, Brax, for letting me steal your content, and I will buy you a burrito next time we meet. So yeah, I hope that pays off for it. One thing I will say though is my wish list for this character is I really hope that he makes Jing Yuan better. Like genuinely, I hope he is the actual character that is finally able to turn Jing Yuan into a viable meta DPS. Because Jing Yuan, I'll be honest, he has been nerfed since the start of the game. He had the best animations and he's still maybe top 5, top 4 maybe. Top 4 best animations in the game, and it sucks to see that his damage just does not live up to his hype. Anyways, let's go ahead and start the video.
Guys, this character has just completely blown my mind. This is Sunday, and his values, his buffs, the things he brings to the team are absolutely crazy. So in this video, I'm gonna go over everything Sunday does, what he brings to the table, and why this is incredibly important going forward, especially into 3.0. Sunday looks like he's going to be an absolutely pivotal unit, and while that could change, at least right now, based on how we know Hoyoverse does things, Sunday is incredible, and I need to show you guys and tell you guys exactly why. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another pre-release video. This is recorded on the Creator Experience server, meaning that it is an early version of the character and is subject to change. It is possible that the values on Sunday could actually be adjusted before launch, so keep that in mind, but these are my first impressions of him based on this early access version. It's been a minute since we've done one of these because we only had one limit.
I just want to say, this is completely non-relevant to, you know, the guy thing, but like, I just want to say, man, I think Sunday's oat outfit was way better. I really do. I feel like this newer version looks kind of weird on him. The older one makes him look like a priest. Now he just looks like some, I don't know, some hobo or whatever the hell. But that's just my opinion. I think a lot of people like the redesign. I personally don't. I'm still pulling for him anyways because he's hot. But yeah, anyways.
5-star character over the last patch, so it's actually given us a little bit of time to rest up and restore our reserves of stellar jades, and you're gonna need them. So no more stalling. I'm gonna go over everything you need to know about Sunday in this pre-release. So I'm not gonna go into the lore of Sunday because I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't played through the story, but he's got some new drip, and you'll notice that if you have at least seen him in the story once. My opinion on the new drip is I like it. I think it's decent. I think he actually had too many muted colors on his last outfit, so I think this is pretty good in general. I think it looks nice, and he honestly kind of took some colors out of Bronya's book here, I think, with the sort of blue, black, white, and gray.
Is that foreshadowing for when Bronya reveals that Sunday is actually his long lost brother, and then they go to Belobog and then they revive Cocolia and fight her again, but instead of her dying this time, Cocolia actually turns into a good guy, and then she joins the Astro Express, and we go on a faraway journey to Honkai Impact 3rd, and that's where the crossover happens. Yep. You're welcome. That theory cooked up in my brain in less than 1 second.
He's sort of repping that with the gray hair as well, which is ironic because he and Bronya are basically two characters that can replace each other depending on the team. Congratulations, Sunday, you're now in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna go in and show you what he does, but before we go in, here's the relic set that I'm using. I'm using Sacerdos, the 4-piece, which is gonna give me speed buff, and it's going to make it so whenever I use my skill or ultimate on an ally, specifically one ally target, it increases their crit damage by 18%, and it lasts for 2 turns. It can stack up to 2 times, meaning if I use it 2 times in a row, they actually are getting 36 crit damage, damage, which is a huge buff. And I'm also using Lushaka. Now, you can use a ton of different planar sets, and honestly, even the relic sets are interchangeable. But Lushaka is going to give me 5% energy regen, which is going to be helpful for getting my ultimate, and it's also going to give 12% attack to the first character in the lineup, so I'm going to make the first character my deep.
So that already sounds pretty fucking good. What did you say? Was it 36 crit damage that they're getting from just his skill alone? Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Relic sets. Oh, is it from relics, is it now? Oh, I thought that was just his skill. This is relics. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid.
DPS. For those of you who don't know, Sunday is a buffer. He's a harmony character, which means he gives your team buffs, and he has an action forward that I'll go over in the showcase. So Messenger and Sacerdos are both going to be decent options for him, specifically if you need to speed tune him, which most of the time you're going to want to do. And for planar sets, you can run a ton of different ones. Any of the support sets are going to be fine. You can run Von Walk, you can run Broken Keel, Lushaka, you can run Fleet of the Ageless, you can run Penacony. All of them are going to be fine options. For
this guy's very fucking versatile. Holy shit.
Stats on this, I'm just running crit damage.
That would be good for free-to-play players.
Speed boots, and then I'm running HP sphere and energy regen rope. You want the energy regen on the rope because you want to use his ultimate pretty often, especially if you have his light cone. HP is for sustain, and then you just kind of want the highest crit damage pieces you can get, and crit damage body is basically a given for that. So speed, it's whether or not you're speed tuning him to your character or not, but you're probably always going to want speed boots. There might be instances where you don't, but like 99% of the time you do. And then for the light cone for the showcase, I'm not showcasing his signature light cone, but I will tell you what that does in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use But the Battle Isn't Over because that's going to be more relatable since that light cone is
it? I mean, I have it. Oh, actually, wait, no, I don't. I have 5 of the Yan King ones, though. Yeah, I got 5 of the Yan King ones. I got 3 of the Bailu ones. It's the only one I don't fucking have. Never mind. This is not relatable. Switch to a free-to-play one. Bad guide. Bad guide. Remake your entire guide. Thank you. Thanks, Brax.
A little more attainable for most players. So here we are with our general. This guy is a character that gets buffed every single patch, it feels like. He keeps getting new relic sets that work for him, new synergies with other characters, and it feels like this world is conveniently built for him, much like Priscilla from ReZero.
He is the main character.
Happens to be his best partner in the entire game, and it's not even close. This guy is basically Bronya for summons, and since Xingyan has Leonard the Lightning Lord, Lenny, good old Lenny over there, Sunday is going to make him absolutely jacked. Now, is he like a top tier DPS now? Probably not right this second, but if they keep buffing summons and release.
So he's still not that good, but I'm assuming he's jumped up by like maybe to like A+ tier, or maybe like very low S tier. Is what it sounds like.
Kits for characters with summons. Maybe he will one day reign supreme. I don't know. But anyways, let's just get into this fight. We are on floor 12, and we're gonna hop right in there, and I'll explain exactly what Sunday does. All right, so here we are in combat. I'm gonna start off with Robin's skill just to get her abilities going. And now Hoyo I should skill with to make sure that we can get cleanses, but just for skill point usage, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and basic attack here. All right, and now we're on Jingyuan. Now I mentioned that Sunday down here in the bottom left is actually an action forward character. That means that if we speed tune him to Jingyuan, which we've got 135 plus Jingyuan here and 134 Sunday, we can actually just go boom, Sunday, action forward Jingyuan again. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and skill with Jingyuan, which is gonna give us 8 stacks of Leonard.
Damn, 18k damage Jingyuan, you're a fraud, bro. Goddamn.
And I'll actually move over here.
Let's see with Sunday though.
You guys can see the stacks on Jingyuan. We are at 8 stacks now. Now I can action forward Jingyuan immediately. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and it's gonna bring him up, but it's also gonna bring Lenny up. I don't know if you can notice that, but the summon.
Oh, I was like, bro, I was so confused on who Lenny was. Okay, so Lenny is the spirit lord. I was like, bro, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Anyways.
Top left is also moving forward. Now this is what separates Sunday from Bronya, aside from just the values of the character. Bronya, when you action forward a character, it gives them a buff for a turn, and it doesn't touch their summon. Well, Sunday actually brings forward your summon as well. You immediately take action, 100% action forward, increase their damage dealt by 30% at talent level 10, or skill level 10 technically, and then if that character has a summon, you also get an additional 50% at level 10, which means you're getting 80% damage bonus. And not only does it last for 1 turn, it lasts for 2 turns. So your summon's not losing any of that value after your character attacks. And on top of that, just like Bronya, he does have a dispel on his skill as well. So
what? Oh my god, he's got a built-in cleanse as well? Holy shit! Relax! Yo, honkaistarrail devs, relax.
Take a little nappy, it doesn't matter because he will just wake him up. And that's basically it, guys. That's his entire kit, is what I would say to you if I was a liar. But if you go over to talent, you can see when
Wait, let me read it for myself. Let me theory craft. When using skill increases the target's crit rate by 20, lasting 3 turns? Wait, when using skill increases the target's crit. Damn! Damn! That's his talent? Jesus Christ, that's like a fucking... oh my god, man. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts.
Using skill increases the target's crit rate by 20% at talent level 10 for 3 turns. This means not only am I getting...
Dude, he's gonna make... Oh my god, he's gonna make building characters so easy. Or at least like on the crit rate part. You can just focus mostly on like crit damage, which is, you know, better because that's more damage.
20% damage bonus on Jingyun. I'm also getting 20% crit rate for 3 turns, which is just absolutely disgusting. That is 40 crit value. And then on top of that, you also get 25 energy at the start of battle with one of his major traces. That's normal. Just a buff for the support in their traces. It's normal stuff. So anyways, now that we know the action forward has worked. It is Jingyun's turn. And if I skill, I'm going to put Leonard at 10 stacks, which is going to max him out. But
all right, so when he skilled with Jingyun, at first it did 18k. Let me see how much it does here. I'm not expecting too much of a change, but maybe like I'm expecting somewhere around like 500k damage with Sunday's skill, but who knows?
Actually not going to skill yet.
Oh,
and
okay, never mind.
The reason is because Sunday's ultimate is ready.
Okay.
And Sunday's ultimate is another buff. So I'm gonna go ahead and ult Jingyun real quick, and just to show you sort of what this does. Beautiful animation.
Oh my god, sexy animation.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm gonna bust. I'm gonna bust.
Long, though. Now you'll notice that
Did it just give it energy?
By the way, absolutely gorgeous animation.
He's a fucking battery? Oh, that's pretty fucking nuts. Dude, he's literally Ting Yun and Bronya in one. That's fucking nuts, dude.
It do be a little long though. Now you'll notice,
and he gives crit rate and crit damage. What the... Okay, this character seems... this character actually seems fucking a little bit too crazy right now. I'm not gonna lie. He does seem a little bit too fucking nuts.
Jingyun gained some energy. Why is that? Well, that's because of his ultimate's ability. Surprise, you use an ultimate on a character, it makes it better. Wow, that's crazy. Sunday's ultimate actually...
Let me read this. Regenerates energy by 20% of max energy for one designated ally character. And turns the target and their summon into the beastified or beatified. The beatified have their crit damage increased by an equal amount to 30% of Sunday's crit damage. Okay, that's good. Plus 12%. At the start of Sunday's each turn, the duration of the beastified decreased by 1 turn, lasting for a total of 3 turns, and it only takes effect on the most recent target of the ultimate, excluding Sunday himself. When Sunday is knocked down, the beastified will also be dispelled. I have absolutely no fucking clue what this means. Chat, can I get an AI summary? TLDR, it does more damage. Sick. Awesome. So basically, you need to cast his ult every 3 turns to keep all the allies' damage buff. Okay. Alright, so he needs his ult once every 3 turns. It's just that simple, right? Gotcha.
Regenerates 20% energy for one designated ally character, which is the target, which is Jingyun. But it gets better. Sunday actually has a trace that you can unlock that makes it so at the minimum you are always getting at least 40 energy for the character, which a lot of the time is more than 20% of their max energy. The character would have to be at 200 max energy for this to count as 20%. So for characters that have higher than 200 max energy, it'll regenerate more than 40, but for majority of characters, or like basically every character in the game, it's gonna be 40 energy flat after this trace.
Holy shit, what is disgusting. Wrong with this guy?
That's not even the best part. He actually gives crit damage similar to Bronya, except the amount of crit damage that he gives is insane. For reference, Bronya gives 16% of crit damage plus 20% flat for her ability, whereas Sunday gives 30% of his crit damage.
It gives half more than Bronya? Holy shit. So he gives half, or he gives double the amount of Bronya. He gives goddamn energy. He cleanses. He pulls the summon up to... What the fuck? Alright, I ain't gonna... Dude, power creep is insane. Power creep is getting way too crazy, man.
Plus 12%. So minus 8% flat, but almost double the personal crit damage share, which is absolutely disgusting. So by building this guy with crit damage, he is sharing a ton of it with your character that you buff. And on top of that, it gives them the effect, the Beatified, which lasts for a total of 3 turns. That makes it so that whenever you use your skill on them, you actually get a skill point back. So what really separates this...
Oh, is that what it means? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Use your skill on them, you actually get a skill point back.
What? Wait, so if you ult a teammate and you repeatedly keep on using your skill on this teammate, you actually get skill points back. That is fucking nuts. That is absolutely fucking nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Why would they? Why did they not lock that behind like an Eladion? Like genuinely, that seems like something that should be like E4 or like E2. That's so fucking insane. God, what teams would you be able to run with this guy? Because he's SP positive, and if you have eventually, oh my god, bro, this team is insane. Jesus.
So what really separates this guy from Bronya, because it's not the color scheme and it's not the ultimate giving crit damage, it's the fact that he is Bronya, but a little bit SP positive, at least with his light cone. And without his light cone, he's at worst SP neutral, which is absolutely insane. And also the summon part, that's also important too. So anyways, I've yapped about his kit enough. I'm gonna go ahead and save Jingyun's ultimate because I do not want to overcap on Leonard's stacks. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and skill, and then Lightning Lord Lenny is going to attack.
Wow, it went from 18k to 43k. Jesus.
And on 2 targets, we managed to hit
200k damage.
4k, which honestly isn't that insane, guys.
Yeah, but we don't have Robin's ult yet.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not that crazy, but it's a hell of a lot better than it used to be.
Now cast Robin's ult.
Leonard. I actually had to
now use Robin's ult
because they stun locked the shit out of Sunday, and that kind of ruined the entire speed tuning, which is a problem that everyone has if you don't have cleanses active. It can just happen. It is what it is. Hoyo's gonna get effect res. Okay, we're good. So anyways, now the ball is rolling, right? I'm gonna go and use Hoyo's ability to give us some ult energy regen, and then I'm gonna also give us some attack buffs through Hoyo, which is cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and use her skill finally. I'm actually gonna basic attack with Robin, and we're gonna use Jingyun and Sunday here. And Jingyun is right in front of Sunday, and he is beatified now, which means that when I skill with Sunday, we're gonna get a skill point back. And you can actually see this down here. I'm gonna go ahead and skill Jingyun forward, and I get a skill point back, which means that if you have 2 skill points, you can skill, which is so nice. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my skill. Leonard's going to attack, and then I'm gonna Robin. Let's do it. So Leonard's going after these guys blow up. And on 2 targets, we managed to hit 278,000 damage, which is pretty decent for Jingyun.
That's pretty decent.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that we have Robin buffs, we're gonna go ahead and ultimate.
All right, let's see it. Robin, whip Robin buffs.
And because of the beatified, we're gonna get our skill point back. Gonna go ahead and do this. And at the start of every one of Sunday's turns, the beatified effect is going to go down. It is tied to Sunday, which means that Jingyun can take like 50,000 turns, and he's just gonna retain it until Sunday's used it 3 times. So what you can do is you can save this if you want to, but the energy that he gives, I think, is worth just using it, especially if you're down to 1 stack. It can be pretty helpful. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use this to get the energy to Jingyun as fast as possible, and then we're gonna go ahead and use our skill, and Leonard is going to hopefully finish them off with 10 stacks, but we will see. Yes.
Damn, 400k on 2 targets. Jesus, that's pretty fucking good. Wait, wouldn't this make Jingyun super viable in pure fiction now? Because if he's constantly going with the Lightning Lord, god damn, he's gonna be like, is he not gonna be like tier maybe 0.5 with Sunday? Always has been. He has not always been that viable in pure fiction. Viable, but only with Sunday. Surely 3.0. We'll see.
Sir.
Yeah, but this is literally just turns into a Robin showcase, man. Robin it's just insane.
394,000 damage. That is much better for Jingyuan. Oh my gosh. So we managed to get to Svarog in 0 cycles. I do have to use basic attack on Hoyo, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and use ult on and use Leonard to get 3 more stacks.
100k.
And then I'm gonna go
Pretty
and basic
ass.
attack, use Hoyo ult, give us a big attack buff. Now the downside is I have 1 skill point, and that means I wouldn't be able to skill on Sunday next turn. So I'm gonna basic attack.
Okay.
I'm going to Sunday, Jingyuan forward, and then I can skill on Jingyuan with the buffs and with the skill point back, which is super nice. Now, one thing you should know is if you have Sunday's light cone, skill points are not going to be a problem. In fact, his light cone, which I will go over right after the showcase, is so incredibly strong that it basically takes away all of the issues that Sunday has. It just makes them not issues anymore, which is absolutely disgusting. And it might be one of the strongest light cones for a character in a game, in the game, which is unfortunate for low spenders and free-to-play players. But do know if you do get that, it is pretty damn good. So what
that damage is really low for a boss fight.
cones for a character in a game, in the game, which is
Look
unfortunate
at Sparog's HP.
for
Ew. Yeah. Hey, that's kind of icky. That's kind of icky. It was 8 stacks Lightning Lord. Man.
low spenders and free-to-play players, but do know if you do get that, it is pretty damn good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basic attack with Robin here, get her ultimate. When he summons hand, I'm gonna use her ultimate so that way I don't get stunned. I don't want to get yoinked, man. All right, here we go. Not gonna get yoinked. This is not the 0 cycle strat. The 0 cycle strat is just get lucky, but you know, I'm just trying to survive, man, for the showcase. All right, I need to heal on Hoyo to stay safe, so -1 skill point. Again, if I had Sunday's light cone on, the skill points would not be an issue. And just so we don't waste any energy, I'm gonna go ahead and use his ultimate on Jingyuan right away, which is going to fill up our ult gauge, and then we can do this, get 3 stacks, and then we can basic attack and get 20 energy, action forward, and then skill, which gives us 30 more energy. So boom, right away, pull Jingyuan forward, and then we get our skill point back because we're beatified. 102k on the skill.
God, this guy still does 0 damage. Wait a minute, bro. Oh my god, it's so hard to make Jingyuan look good. Oh my god, it's so hard to make Jingyuan look good, man. he looks like he'd be a lot better in Pure Fiction. You know, probably not a Memory of Chaos character, but you know, he's probably a lot better in maybe Apoc Shadow as well.
260k on the Leonard. So I'm gonna which is going to give us an extra 20% energy in every single bank. Basic attack on now we have 3 skill points. We are chilling for skill points now. We're gonna skill on Jingyuan, which is going to give us our ultimate, but I'm gonna go ahead and skill him forward first. Boom, do this, ult them. Now we're gonna get all of the bonus energy from this one because our energy bank is like not full at all. We can skill again, which is going to give us 10 stacks for Leonard. Leonard's gonna slam down, do a ton of damage.
Okay, 326k, pretty good.
On Robin, we use Robin's ultimate, we action forward. We're definitely not killing Svarog in this cycle, but that's okay. We are beatified still, so we can skill, give us a skill point back, skill again, get our ultimate, instantly get 10 stack Leonard, which is gonna be just so nice for damage.
Let's see it.
On a single target, we're
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's still pretty bad. That's still pretty bad.
hitting 257k. That's pretty good. Like,
Yo, the goddamn mock buff did more damage than him in 5 turns, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like that's decent. Now the downside is we get yoinked here. The run's dead. All right,
Oh, GG's.
Jingyuan got yoinked.
That's crazy.
Unlucky.
That's
Go
all
next.
it takes
All right,
to
get out of the
ruin the run.
situation, to not be cooked. We're gonna go ahead and destroy that. Boom. Do this, get Jingyuan some energy, man. Let's get this guy some energy, and then we can go ahead and instantly ult Jingyuan, give him some more energy, which is going to allow us to use the beatified to get an extra skill point. Actually, the energy didn't allow us to do that. I realized what I said afterwards. The energy didn't allow us to do that. The ultimate did, but you get what I'm saying. Now you can skill on Jingyuan, use his ultimate, and we have 8 stacks, and Svarog should basically just be dead here. Is what would happen if we had hit Svarog more, but you know what, it is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I went into this video thinking that he would actually make Jingyuan a god. Nah. Nah, not really. Nah. He all right. He's all right now. You know, he's better than before. 2 to the 3 cycles is good. Don't be greedy. Honestly, you're right. I do feel like I'm a little bit greedy, but I'm just so used to, I guess, like other characters. I don't know. Like in all honesty, that's very good. Because that's not his Lycone. It's free play Lycone. It's still good. It's still good. It really is. It's just that I don't know. Other characters are still very strong.
That's what it is, guys.
Compared to him.
So that was 3 cycles with Jingyuan in 2024 in this version of 2.7, and you can actually clear much faster. You can definitely 0 cycle Jingyuan.
Okay, you know what? I think individually he does a lot less damage. I'm just not, because he gets a shit ton of turns, so it makes up for like the amount of damage that he's doing. You know, he uses his turn, Lightning Lord goes, and then Sunny pulls him up, does that again, and then like all like the battery that he's getting, like he's doing a shit ton of attacks and they're all doing very little damage, but then they stack up. He's actually very good, I'm not gonna lie. He's actually pretty fucking good. Oh, and Robin ult, yeah. So he attacks so fucking much.
If you're willing to sit there and just, you know, hit your head against the wall 40 times, and if you have Eidolons on Jingyuan, and if you have signature light cones, you can do it. It's easily doable, but the setup that I was using was free to play. The characters may not have all been free to play, but the light cones are free to play accessible. I was using But the Battle Isn't Over on 2 of these characters, and
Oh, wait, will you be able to select? Oh, dude, you know what I wish they would have done with Starrail? Instead of just being able to like select 5-star or like a free 5-star standard character, they would have given us a choice to maybe do like Lycones too. Because I'll be honest, I would choose the Bronya Lycone over anything else in that standard banner. Anything else. But yeah, hey, free 5-star is a free 5-star. I'll just take a Bronya instead. I'll get her to E6.
I was using Quid Pro Quo, which is a craftable light cone. Jingyuan did have his signature though, so I guess, you know, it's more like low spender core. I don't want to lie to you guys. It's probably low spender. So anyways, I was yapping about his light cone for a minute, so let me just show you guys what that actually does, because I feel like you should probably know. His light cone basically takes any problems that you would have playing him with Jingyuan specifically, and probably with other characters in the future, and just makes them go away. This guy is Bronya Pro Max, and his light cone is Bronya's light cone Pro Max, but the battle isn't over Pro Max.
All right, let me read this for myself.
1 eternity later.
The wearer uses on one. I don't know what this means. I know. Anyway, thank you, Brax. Explain it to me. Thank you.
All right, after the wearer uses skill or ultimate on one ally character, the wearer regenerates 6 energy. This is at S1. So you actually get 6 energy whenever you skill, which makes your skill 36 energy instead of just 30. And the ability target receives 1 stack of him for 3 turns, stacking up to 3 times. Now, each him is going to give you 15% damage bonus, which is going to go up to 45% after you've gotten to max stacks. So a total of 45% damage bonus on top of the 80 he's already giving. So he can give up to 125% damage bonus.
Damn!
And he gives himself more energy. And after every 2 instances of skill or ultimate, you recover 1 skill point. So regardless of whether or not the ally is the beatified, every skill or ultimate you use counts for 1 of 2, and it gives you a skill point after. So that instance where we were at the beginning of the fight and Jingyuan didn't
Wait, so he becomes skill point positive. Would that give more than Sparkle? Because he's constantly skilling and ulting, right? Actually, no, I think Sparkle gives more. Yeah, no, never mind. Would it though? Actually, wait, let me think. People in chat are saying yes. It does. It literally gives more than Sparkle's ult. He power crept Sparkle. Oh my god. That is sad, man. Yo, you're gonna see Gotcha Smack make another tier list. He's gonna put Sparkle at #1 biggest fall off once this guy comes out.
Have the beatified until it was his turn, till after Sunday's skill. Well, using the ultimate would have given him 1 of the 2, and the skill would have given the other one. So you actually would have gotten 1 skill point back on turn 1.
Well, that's with Lycone, guys. I don't want to jump to conclusions like, yeah, Sparkle is power crept now. This is with the Lycone. You know, Sparkle still does her job at E0S whatever the fuck, E0 S0. He only power creeps Sparkle when he gets the Lycone. So yeah, if you're a whale, I guess there's that.
Which is insanely good. This light cone for Sunday is absolutely ridiculous. Like, genuinely, this thing is so busted for him. I'm not gonna sit here and say you guys need it, because you absolutely don't. Like, he's still gonna buff the ever-living heck out of Jingyuan even without his light cone, but if you do have it, it is disgusting. So you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, Brax, this is such a broken character. I definitely want to pull this guy. Who does he work with, though? Let me introduce you to the team that benefits the most from Sunday.
Okay.
Hello, would you look at that?
Yeah, Jingyuan team.
A Sustainer, Sunday, and Robin. These two actually work together in tandem, which is really, honestly, so poetic after the story. I love that. I just have Adventuring here as kind of a shoe-in, but it can be any sustain. Hoyo ends up being like really good just because you get even more energy. So you're getting the 40 from Sunday. You're also getting 20% from Hoyo. Like basically every few turns, which is really nice. And you get the attack buffs, which can be beneficial for both Robin and for Jingyuan. So Hoyo ends up being really good for this, but if you need a shield, Adventuring is the way to go. And any other sustain works. This just ends up being the best one. But this isn't the only place you can play him, because I told you he's Bronya Pro Max. Anywhere you can play Bronya, you can play Sunday, because he is the exact same action forward. And once you give the beatified, he's basically just better Bronya. Bronya does give different buffs, which means that in some teams, Sparkle and Bronya can actually outperform Sunday. But what makes Sunday valuable is in the teams where you might be in the SP negative area because you have Bronya and you don't have her Eidolons or you don't have her signature light cone. Sunday can give you some of that SP back, which is where he's going to be a lot comfier for a majority of players than Bronya. That is not saying that Bronya is dog shit now. I just mean that this character is going to be comfier, cozier, easier to play, and get value out of. So when I say Bronya Pro Max, he also works with Boot Hill the same way.
What? Boot Hill? What? I mean, I guess he's only there for the action up, right? And he gives a skill point. Oh, yeah, no. Wait, does he just straight up replace Bronya in this team? Because Bronya's only there to... Yeah, and he gives energy. Holy shit, he straight up just replaces Bronya in this team. Yeah, that's pretty fucking useful.
That Bronya works with Boot Hill and ends up being incredibly strong. Getting more energy and action forward is going to make it so that Boot Hill can actually apply physical weakness more often, and he is just a powerhouse. You guys know how strong Boot Hill is. You don't need me to tell you about that. And basically anywhere that Bronya...
Ew, Jinglu team. Brax, stop using Jinglu. Stop.
It's just a powerhouse.
Stop.
You guys know how strong Boot Hill is. You don't need me to tell you about that. And basically...
Brax, it is 2024. Even though she came out this year, it is 2024. Let go of Jinglu. She will never be good.
Anywhere that Bronya would be, you can just replace with Sunday, and it's totally fine. Like, you could just replace Bronya and Jinglu's team with Sunday. Is that going to be strictly better? It's up for debate, right? Because Bronya has different buffs, so it depends on your build, it depends on the content and your stats and all that. But as mentioned before, where Sunday is going to excel is going to be in the summon meta that we know is coming, because they've teased Remembrance Path, which is a path that focuses on summons. And if you guys know anything about how Memory of Chaos, Apoc Shadow, and Pure Fiction work, they focus on trying to sell the newest character that has a specific playstyle. Right when Firefly came out, the MOC was focused on Fire Weak enemies, and even if they weren't Fire Weak, it wouldn't really matter. It gave break buffs. The same thing for Rappa. The enemies were imaginary weak on one of the sides, and the buffs were helpful for Rappa specifically. Now, you can anticipate that if summon characters are coming out, the buffs are going to work for summon characters in summon characters' favor, and Sunday's a character that buffs summon characters. So if you're looking for a new playstyle,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. This Sunday is one of those characters. He's a Topaz. It's investing in the long game, whatever the fuck Topaz says. What did you say, guys? What's her line? Investing in victory means playing the long game, right? That's literally him. So I would say he's going to be 100,000,000% worth your pulls, because as soon as imaginary characters, as soon as remembrance characters start dropping, guess who the main supporter is going to be? This guy. And you know what happens if you pull for Fugway? You pull for Fugway, you will always have the option to just use HMC instead. Even though Fugway is better, there's still two characters, but Sunday is the only one that can move up summons right now. So I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. You might want to skip Fugway. You might want to skip it, or skip her. I know she's hot, I know people love her, but like, damn, HMC is still very fucking good. The day that HMC falls off is when, you know, yeah, you should probably pull for Fugway, but I don't really see that happening. Plus, he's free to play, so, you know, more Jades saved. Anyways, Yeah, that's my thoughts right now.
Sunday is going to be an excellent pickup. He will likely get rerun though in 3.x. If you're willing to wait and you're willing to see how it goes, you can probably pick him up later. It's not going to be the end of the world. Overall, I do think he's a crazy good pickup though. Now lastly, I'll just show you his eidolons. I'll go more into these in my guide video, but just so you know how strong these are and kind of what they do, basically E1 makes it so whenever it uses a skill, the character that you buff can ignore enemy defense, and there's summon can ignore.
Oh, let me read these. When Sunday uses a skill, the target character can ignore 16% of the enemy's target defense to deal damage, and their summon can ignore 40%. Damn! Lasting for 2 turns? Damn! Yo, how did we jump from 16% of the defense to 40 fucking percent? Holy shit, that is broken as fuck. Yo, Jingyuan's gonna do like 100 damage instead of like 5 damage now. Jesus, that is actually really fucking good. Yo, you run him with Pila in like pure fiction. Every wave is dying in 1 hit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as Sunday moves Jingyuan up, every wave is dying in 1 fucking hit.
Even more of enemy defense lasting for 2 turns, which is pretty disgusting. It just goes.
Wait, is this literally just a free Pila, you guys? Like, genuine question. Is this Eladion literally just like having a Pila on the field, but like not really at the same time? Yes. Yo, this dude's Eladion literally is just a free Pila, bro. What the fuck is this, man?
Goes hand in hand with the crit buffs. E2 makes it so that after you use his ultimate for the first time, you.
Alright. After the first use of ultimate, it recovers 2 skill points. The damage dealt by the beatified is increased by 30%. That's yeah, it's alright. It's alright. But combined with E1 will make for some stupid fucking damage. You know, like the plus 30% more damage combined with like the defense shred. Like that would be pretty insane, but I don't know if it's worth the E2 though.
Actually get 2 skill points. This is only going to work once in the entire fight, but the 2 skill points can set you ahead a fair bit. So if you don't end up getting his light cone, but you do get eidolons for him, this will be pretty helpful. And if you get this, you're probably not going to have skill point issues for like most of the fight. Nice. It also makes it so that the beatified gets an extra 30% damage bonus, which again, if you have his light cone, can end up making it a grand total of 155% damage bonus, which is absolutely disgusting. Damn. And honestly, you probably just want to build an attack orb at that point. E3 is an ultimate and basic attack level up. E4
at the start of the turn. Ew. Oh, I thought that was a beginning turn. I was like, what, he gets 8 energy and that's it? Okay. All right. This one's... Is this good, you guys? How good is this? E4 is life-changing? How much is 8 energy? Let me fucking... I guess, yeah, free energy is free energy. And his ult gives people ult energy. That's actually... Yeah, that's actually pretty fucking good. It doesn't change that much? Does it not? I guess it guarantees 3 ults, but that's it. Oh, yeah, that's... It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because I don't see you getting more than, like, 1 ult in, like, endgame content. Or, like, plus, like, 3, 4 ults. Like, maybe max is, like, you're gonna get 1 extra ult, and I don't really know if, Yeah, it's not worth it. It really isn't worth it.
It's going to make it so when the turn starts, you regenerate 8 energy, which again, if you're playing his light cone, gives you way more value. Skill and talent level up on E5. All
right, let's see E6. Damn! Holy paragraphing. Jesus Christ. You already know this is going to be, like, insane. Look at the amount of words at this. You're, like, E6s are always, you know, super broken. So I really won't be surprised what this is, but we'll see. The talent's crit rate boost effect becomes stackable up. Yo, 60%? Damn, bro. You don't even need to build crit anymore. Damn, you got a 60% crit rate just off the start? Oh, crit rate boost. My bad. It says, yeah, it says right there. So you get this and you can literally almost fully focus on crit damage. You can literally have a piece with like, a singular piece with like, I don't know, a 15 crit rate. And just focus crit damage like everywhere else, and you will be so good still. Oh my god. Okay, that's by the way, guys, that's the first line. That is the literal first line of E6. Jesus, man. And the talent's duration increases by 1 turn. Okay. When Sunday uses ultimate, it can also apply talent's crit rate boost effect on the target. When the talent's crit rate boost takes effect and the target's crit rate exceeds 100%, every 1% of excess crit rate increases to... Okay, so it feels like the last part like the only real important thing here is the 60% crit rate that you're getting. That feels like the most important thing. Going above 100% crit rate doesn't seem that, like, for every 1 crit rate you get 2 crit damage. I don't know, that seems kind of ass. It's not that great, not gonna lie. Okay, so it really isn't that good, huh? It makes it so overstacking crit isn't wasted. Yeah, but just stop at like 90 crit or something. You know, like I feel like 80 crit is fine. 80, 90 crit is pretty fine. Just so you don't have to get new relics. Yeah, true. I guess if you don't really want to farm for new relics, but if you're gonna get this motherfucker E6, then you probably are spending jades on resin anyways, and you can probably farm for, you know, new pieces. Pretty okay. I don't want to say this E6 is insane. It's very good, but it's not insane. Like I've seen Aventurines, man. Aventurine just straight up turns into like the strongest DPS in a game. It's pretty good, but not the greatest. Like with Robin's E6, it doesn't matter who you're running. Bro, you could be running a level 1 Arlen. That motherfucker is gonna be doing 5 billion damage per hit for free. So I would say Robin is probably the best E6 because it's just everything just dies around her. Like her aura just kills everything.
And E6 is going to make it so that the crit rate boost from his talent is stackable 3 times up to a maximum of 60% crit rate. But on top of that, if you exceed 100 crit rate, you're getting 2 crit damage for every 1 crit rate over that you go. This is like that hunt blessing, I think, from SU a long time ago that basically just converts excess crit rate into crit damage, but it's built into this kit at E6. I don't know how many people are going to E6 this character. There's so many characters on the horizon that everyone wants to pull.
I will.
But you know what? If you're going to do it, more power to you. Maybe I will to buff Jingliu because that seems insane. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm broke.
Subscribe if you're broke. Well, I guess it's time to unsub because I have so much money. I swear I was. I swear to God I was. Bro, Brax is my homie. Bro, I swear that I don't know who logged into my account and unsubbed. I swear to God I was subbed. I promise. You go back to one of my old VODs where I reacted to this. I swear to God that I was subbed. Yo, the great gacha war. The great gacha war is commencing again. Fake friend. Shit. My bad. My fucking bad. Phase 8 is looking crazy.